Bodhicitta, the essence of awakening. Welcome to this in-depth discussion. Today, we're taking a look at a fascinating document on the topic of bodhicitta, or the awakening mind. We want to understand what bodhicitta is, what power it holds, and how it connects to the everyday good and bad things we experience. This document's central metaphor is likening bodhicitta to a diamond, which can pierce through everything and destroy everything. It emphasizes that this mind is fundamental and has a unique duality. The metaphor of a diamond is quite vivid. The text says it can penetrate all Dharma treasures. Does Dharma treasures mean the Buddhist scriptures or something else? Here, the term Dharma has a much broader scope. It refers to all phenomena, everything in the universe, all events, and all thoughts, whether visible or invisible, good or bad. So the statement penetrates all Dharma means that your mindful awareness, this conscious, knowing essence, is the foundation of all your experiences. It's not just the root of your aspiration for enlightenment and wisdom. It's also the source from which your greed, anger, confusion, and other afflictions arise. You rely on it to become a Buddha, but you also rely on it to do bad things. It is the very origin, the source of the 10,000 dharmas. It's like an incredibly powerful engine. The text then says it can shatter the mountains of wrong views. This sounds amazing. Does it mean it can destroy negative thoughts? Yes, exactly. But here's the crucial point. The power this document talks about is inherently neutral. It can shatter the mountains of wrong views and help you build a mountain of wisdom, however. If you use it incorrectly or in a state of confusion, this same power can turn around and destroy your mountain of wisdom, building an even more intractable mountain of wrong views. Whether the outcome is good or bad depends entirely on how you use this mind. Are you using it with awareness, bodhicitta, or are you using it with confusion, ignorance? The text goes on to describe the mindful essence as the only true, indestructible, and unchanging things. This sets it apart from everything else in the world. While everything else, even the most solid mountains, rivers, or precious gold, changes, is created, and is destroyed. This document emphasizes that bodhicitta, your awakened essence, is eternal and unchanging. It is the origin of all experiences. The joy, pain, peace, and restlessness you feel, all your feelings and thoughts arise and then dissolve within it. But the essence itself remains unchanging. Now, this next part is particularly interesting. The document mentions that even if this bodhicitta is flawed, like a diamond with an imperfection, and even if one doesn't perfectly fulfill all their spiritual practices, as long as the fundamental direction is correct, one can still leave behind all birth and death. This seems too good to be true. Don't you have to be very diligent and uphold precepts perfectly? This view is indeed quite profound and can be surprising. To understand it, we can look at the Upasaka Precepts Sutra mentioned in the document and its explanation of how karma is formed. How karma is formed? Yes. It says there are 3 elements to karmic creation: the root, your motivation or intention; the means, your specific actions; the completion, the act is finished. This passage suggests that if your fundamental motivation, your overall direction, is to gain wisdom and seek awakening, then even if you make mistakes in your actions due to bad habits or lack of discipline, the karma won't fully ripen. As long as you know what you did was wrong, feel remorse, and don't genuinely desire the negative result, the mind does not fully adhere, then that negative karma is like a blank bullet or an empty seed dot. It cannot truly bear a bad fruit. That makes a lot of sense. What's even more intriguing is that in the midst of this struggle with your bad habits and afflictions, you might, despite your outward failings, ignite a deeper wisdom. This is what the text means when it says, from the fuel of afflictions, the fire of wisdom is born. You're burning the afflictions as kindling to create the fire of wisdom. Exactly. You are transforming the experience of making mistakes and struggling into nourishment. for your awakening. This is why you truly can't judge someone's spiritual progress based solely on their external behavior. Someone who seems to be stumbling might actually be learning a great deal internally. This is also why the document mentions that a bodhisattva needs telepathy to know what others are thinking. We ordinary people can only see the means or the actions. We can't see the root, the person's motivation. Someone whose outward actions seem problematic might be incredibly sincere and diligent on the inside, with their wisdom growing. Conversely, someone who acts perfectly on the outside might have a mind full of calculations and pretense. Judging by the surface is a grave mistake. It's a fantasy. And speaking about it as fact is a lie, leading you to create negative karma with your own speech. So after this breakdown, what does this all mean to you? The core message seems to be that this mind, this bodhicitta, is a neutral but incredibly powerful force. It is the source of everything and your most immediate tool. Precisely. The choice is yours. Will you use this power to hone your wisdom and move towards liberation? Or will you let it grow afflictions and accumulate suffering? The document also gives us a crucial reminder. As long as your efforts are rooted in awareness, their value and potential may far exceed those actions that seem outwardly perfect, but lack a foundation of genuine awareness and sincerity. This truly shifts the focus of spiritual practice from simply doing good deeds and avoiding bad ones to a deeper inquiry. Am I constantly observing my thoughts and cultivating my inner awareness? That's the point. And to leave you with a question to ponder, the document mentions that it's extremely difficult to save sentient beings. Even comparing some two stones soaked in a latrine for 100,000 years, very difficult to change. Now that you understand how inner wisdom can grow, even when you or others are struggling and imperfect in your actions, does this change how you view your own slow progress or the seemingly stubborn struggles and mistakes of others? Think about it.